What's up, everybody? It's JT Sports. I'm back to you guys with another video. In this video, I'm going to be recapping the Kansas City Chiefs rookie minicamp for 2019. Now, they just finished, and it's a lot of things we're going to be talking about. We're just mainly going to be talking about the guys who I felt impressed me the most. And the first guy who impressed me the most was wide receiver Miko Hardman. Now, Miko Hardman impressed me the most out of all the players and the Kansas City Chiefs rookie minicamp was because, this guy improved day after day. Basically, after every single route that he ran, he got better. According to Andy Reid, this guy had a brutal, and brutal first day. The Kansas City Chiefs, they just threw everything at him. All these routes that he never heard of that he had to run. Apparently, he had to run a 20-yard dagger route, which was very, very terrible according to Andy Reid. And then every time he ran that same route again, the second and third time, he got better and better. And just everything he did, Miko Hardman got better at it the more he did it. And when you think about it, a lot of these young wide receivers, you got to think about it. These young quarterbacks, these young receivers, these young running backs, all of these rookies, when they come into these rookie mini camps, is basically a brief installment to get them ready for mini camp. So when they get the mini camp, they already have a little bit of a grasp on the playbook. And when you go to a team like the Kansas City Chiefs with a guy like Andy Reid, the offense is going to be very hard to learn because Andy Reid is a guy who runs a lot of complex plays and stuff like that. And also learning the routes and stuff because most of these guys in colleges, most of these colleges only have about 6, 7 routes that they actually run almost every single game. And that's because most of these colleges have like nearly one attack, like Georgia. They were more of a running team this year. And when it came to the passing concepts, they probably had about 7, 8 different routes. Most colleges don't really have a lot of routes that they normally run on a game to game basis. So you have a guy like Miko Hardman that's normally used to running the 7, 8 routes that he probably ran for his last couple of years at the University of Georgia. Then he comes here at the Kansas City Chiefs rookie minicamp and he has to run about more than 8 routes. He's going from 8 to probably about 12, 15 different routes, different route combinations. And that's kind of hard for a guy to pick up on as quick as Miko Hardman did. But Miko Hardman, he improved with every snap that he took. And that's the part of rookie minicamp, not getting fully used. You're not going to get fully used to the NFL from rookie minicamp because it's not really that long. It's normally about 4 or 5 days, some even less than that. It's just, getting a little feel, getting a little bit of installment in, learning the playbook a little bit. And that's what Miko Hardman did. He got a rhythm, got some confidence going in. So then when the Kansas City Chiefs start minicamp and going into training camp, Miko Hardman will gain more confidence. And basically by the time we get to preseason, get to the regular season, Miko Hardman should be able to really know the playbook, really have a good grasp on the playbook, and he should be ready to go because there's a lot of big expectations for Miko Hardman coming into this season. Another guy who's been receiving a lot of attention after the Kansas City Chiefs rookie minicamp was safety or defensive back Juan Thornhill, who they selected out of the University of Virginia. Now, this guy already has a reputation of a ball hawk. He had a diving interception from what was a really poorly on the thrown pass. I want to play the clip, but I won't be able to because I don't want this video to get copyrighted. But this guy called a diving interception. The pass was from quarterback TJ Lenta, and the pass was very on the throne. But the way that this guy was able to dive and make that play on the ball was very impressive. He was a guy who was flying all around the field, deflecting passes and whatnot. And he already has the reputation of a ball hawk in Kansas City. And he's expected, like Miko Hardman, to have a big impact for the Kansas City Chiefs, but on the defensive side of the ball. And he's actually expected to start week 1. And the interesting story is that Juan Thornhill, before every Virginia game that he played in during his Virginia career, he would watch Tyrann Mathieu highlights, who was his favorite player, the player who he tried to mimic his game like the most. And now he's going to have an opportunity to start alongside the guy who he idolized growing up. So I think that's pretty cool. Juan Thornhill, be on the lookout for him, guys. He impressed also. Darren Thompson, the halfback out of Utah State, was also very impressive as well. This guy was doing a lot of things. He was catching passes at the backfield, which he did very good, very fluently. Caught a lot of check down passes. And also, he also took a lot of reps at special teams. So he's going to be a guy who's going to probably be playing punt returner or kick returner. Him and Miko Hartman are probably going to share that role. This guy, I feel, also has a chance to compete for that number one halfback spot because as of right now, I would say Damian Williams is the guy. But I mean, a lot of things can change because Carlos Hyde is the next guy behind him, and so I mean, this guy has a very good opportunity to get some good playing time, not only just as a returner, but also as a halfback if he does well during mini camp and does well during the training camp and the preseason. I mean, this guy is very elusive, has very good cuts, very good hands, very speedy, very good quick change of direction. So this is a guy who probably should be able to get a solid amount of carries this season since Damon Williams is probably going to be the number one guy. Carlos Hyde is most likely going to be the number two guy. And then, you can have a guy like Darren Thompson come and then, have a good preseason and then get some opportunities in the regular season and make a case for some more playing time and some more snaps and also the more plays that he makes on special teams as well. So Darren Thompson is most likely going to be one of the guys along with Miko Hartman who's going to be returning punts or kick returns for the Kansas City Chiefs this year. Now another guy who was very impressive at the Kansas City Chiefs rookie camp or mini camp was wide receiver Cody Thompson out of Toledo. He has very good hands, ran very good routes, and he caught a lot of terrible passes. I mean, when you're at these rookie mini camps, you can't expect a lot of perfectly thrown balls or even okay balls because most of these quarterbacks are just trying to get a training camp invite, and most of these players probably won't even make it through week 2 of the preseason or won't even make an NFL roster. So as a wide receiver, it's a very frustrating task trying to show your ability and not really getting a lot of reps with all the other guys that are at these rookie mini camps as well. So Cody Thompson was a guy who made the most of the opportunity. He showed very good body control, very good ability to adjust the underthrown passes, very great hands. And he's a guy who's going to be another guy who I'm going to be looking for when mini camp and training camp comes around and also preseason. Now, the last guy that I have on this list is New Mexico cornerback Jalen Burrell. Now, Jalen Burrell, he was very good also, just like Juan Thornhill. He was also flying around making plays at that cornerback position. He played outside cornerback most of the time. That's where he was the best. He got a high five from the Kansas City Chiefs defensive coordinator. He had a lot of pass breakups, and he got a lot of praise from the Kansas City Chiefs coaching staff. Now, even though he might not come from the biggest school, this guy was very, very good for New Mexico. I mean, very, very underrated guy. And I think he's going to be another guy who's probably going to have a big contribution on special teams. I don't really think he's going to have a lot of opportunities to actually get on the field during the time when the regular season starts. But I think he's another guy who can make the roster. Very good man-to-man corner. Who knows? Maybe a cornerback gets injured. He's the next man up or whatever. But I'm mostly expecting him to contribute on special teams. But it's nice to see a guy like him actually come out and have a very impressive rookie minicamp showing. So this is it for my recap of the Kansas City Chiefs 2019 rookie camp. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. What are some guys that I didn't mention or overlooked who also had a very good rookie mini camp for the Kansas City Chiefs? Make sure to like the video and subscribe for more NFL videos and content. And thanks for watching.